What's up, guys? Randy with Ace Tactical. Today we have round 3 of the APE Defense Wallace cut. This is cleared, by the way. Wallace cut, so that chunk compensator up front in the barrel, that kind of chunk port right there, that is their Wallace cut. If you guys have been following the channel and been following kind of the APE saga, I should say, you know I've had a bunch of issues with the APE Defense Wallace cut. There is that lock up again. Pulling on it, and then you'll see the round come out. There we go. This is the third iteration that they sent me, and they did, I don't know if they just sent me a new setup or they Cerakoted the previous setup, but whatever they did, I did ask them to send me a different color, so I know they actually worked on it, because the first time they sent me a new one, it just felt exactly the same. Had the same exact issues as before, the light strikes and stuff. So yeah, this one they sent me in an FDE color, red fiber optic. That fiber optic picks up very nice. I will say, as soon as I got this out of the box, it did feel like it was better quality than the first two. It actually came with a rear optic cover plate. The first two, the back part where the slide cut is, it was just kind of bare. It didn't have a cover plate, which doesn't really matter because I put an optic on there anyways. But just for quality purposes, I do think that out of the box this was better quality. You guys will see I did still have issues. I had some light strikes here and there, definitely not as bad as with the first two variations. We get a close-up. As you can see, it looks pretty good in that FDE color. Everything all the same. Like, I don't really have a whole lot of different things to tell you guys. Those slide serrations feel great. That chunk port, it works to an extent. It's not the most effective compensator or porting that I've felt, but it definitely works better than if you didn't have any porting done at all. Yeah, overall, I cannot recommend APE Defense for duty usage. If you want to get one, mess around with, tinker with, and just run it at the range, sure, go ahead. But definitely would not approve this for duty usage. Definitely would not bet your life on this, because I still get light strikes, not as often. We have 1,000 rounds through this now. Also, we just hit probably a little over 1,000, somewhere between 1,000 and 1,100 when we left the range today. But 1,000 through. Definitely some issues. It's pretty dirty. I don't know if you can tell, if you can see, it is pretty dirty. So yeah, bunch of carbon. Pretty dirty. Yeah. Yeah, so APE Defense Wallace cut, I would not recommend it, or really any of the products from APE Defense I've had experience with have not been great. Or I guess I shouldn't say I've had experience with, because I've had experience with just the Wallace cut, 3 of them. Those have not been good, but then my buddy had experience with just a normal non-ported GlOCK 17 slide and barrel, and his experiences were not good either. Constant light strikes. Yeah, I'll put in clips where I did have light strikes in the tap rack. You'll see a bunch of footage where I don't get slide lock. I won't blame that on the APE Defense. That's just on my grip overriding the slide stop. slide stop, slide release, because I have a stock one here. I typically run the Cogworks slide stop, slide release, so I can get a higher purchase on my support hand. But with that that stock one, when I get that higher purchase, I end up pinning the slide release, not allowing for slide lock to happen. Yeah, if you guys do want a GlOCK with that chunk port area right here, if you want that chunk port, I would highly recommend the ARC reactor. Go ahead, check out my video I did on that. It is significantly more expensive than the APE Defense, so I will say that. Yeah, I totally understand if you guys don't want to spend the money for it, but I think it's great quality from ARC reactor. I've had great experience with their customer service, and pretty much what you want out of the APE Defense is what I would recommend from ARC reactor. That is what I wish this would have been, but it's not. But yeah. All right, guys, also one thing I want to mention before the video gets too far, kind of paused, looked at the footage. I realized my shorts look like they're really freaking short. These are 5-inch inseam shorts. I'm not wearing like super short shorts. Okay, they're 5-inch inseam. And then this mark right here on my leg, it's not like ringworm or weird disease. I got shot with the sim round in the leg, I don't know, probably like 2 days ago. 3 days ago now. That's what that is. It's not ringworm or like a weird disease. And my shorts are 5-inch inseam. They're not like, I'm not wearing underwear, okay? Ammo that has really soft primers, if you're gonna rock an APE Defense, I would go with something that has very soft primers like Federal ammo, or just Federal primers in general, if you hand load. I think that's gonna be your best bet for having success, is if you run ammo that has really light primers. When I ran ammo that had kind of harder primers, that's when I had a bunch of issues with the APE Defense. That one was a dust trigger again. You are fully in battery. Fully in battery. As you can see, I'm trying to rack it. There is some lockup. Again. I'll try running Blazer aluminum next. We'll see how that goes. Rounds. 18 rounds with wallace. That was Blazer aluminum. I'll probably stick with shooting that. And then even ammo with lighter primers, I still had issues, but they were definitely not as often. They didn't occur as frequently. So if you want to go ahead and take the risk on APE Defense, I would highly recommend you just run very light primered ammo. I'm probably going to try changing out the striker to an OEM striker and then see if that helps. But APE Defense, can't recommend them. Do not give them my stamp of approval. Do with that info what you will. If you want to buy it and try it out for yourself, by all means go ahead. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys. Thanks for checking out the video. I just picked up M&P 2.0. I'm going to be sending this one off to Monsoon Tactical and then getting some work done. Instead of the Lucky 7 ports, I'm going to go with the dime bag, so it has 10 porting holes, and then I'll get a video out there. So I'll get some front slide serrations to make those front slide manipulations a little easier. But yeah, that'll probably, this isn't going to be the next video, but it'll be sometime in the future. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for checking it out.